Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. And I'm Father Steve Sellers. And this sleepy girl here, this is Dot. And she's having a little drowsy morning today. It's overcast and sort of threatening to rain today, so it's still a little dark outside. And I guess Dot is still thinking it's time to be sleeping. But now, of course, it's time to chew on her bone for the morning, and she'll be happy to do that. And I pray that you're in a good place today as we are fast approaching the end of this week, and we're already blazing our way into the month of May. And that's a shock still to many of us who are a little off balance by how fast time is flying by. And maybe it is for you. I hope that if it is, that it's exciting time. We do live in exciting days. Not all of them are pleasant days, but it certainly is not boring. And, I was just, often music goes through my mind, and I'm not really sure what it is. And I had what I thought was an old hymn going through my mind this morning. Turns out it was. That I remember singing as a child, written by the words by one of the most prolific of the Irish songwriters of the 19th century, Cecil Frances Alexander, who was the wife of the man who became the Anglican Archbishop of Ireland. And she was prolific. She wrote a number of well-known songs in addition to the one that was going through my mind today. Once in Royal David City is a big one. She wrote the words to All Things Bright and Beautiful, All Creatures Great and Small. Wrote a book of children's songs. Her husband was a poet also. And she wrote hymn after hymn after hymn that many of them are still sung today. The one that was on my mind this morning is I hadn't thought of this one in decades. The melody is Jesus calls us o'er the tumult. And I was just thinking today, the Lord continues to call to us, when we are able to listen and tune to the frequency in which He speaks to us through the medium of silence. When we're able to be still and listen, He still calls to us. And her words in this hymn are just powerfully written for today, even though it's from the middle of the 19th century. Jesus calls us o'er the tumult of our life's wild, restless sea. Day by day His clear voice soundeth, saying, Christian, follow me. As of old, St. Andrew heard it by the Galilean lake, turned from home and toil and kindred, leaving all for His dear sake. Jesus calls us from the worship of the vain world's golden store, from each idol that would keep us, saying, Christian, love me more. In our joys and in our sorrows, days of toil and hours of ease, still He calls in cares and pleasures, Christian, love me more than these. Through it all, He calls to us. He knows us by name and calls us by name. He is our shepherd. We are His sheep, and we know His voice, even o'er life's wild, restless sea. I hope you have a blessed day today, and God willing, Dot and I will see you here again tomorrow. God bless you.